What's happening, guys? Evan TechSource. Welcome back to another cool tech episode. I got a pretty exciting video planned for you guys, so let's begin. Kicking off the episode, we have some dope coiled cables for your keyboard. The custom keyboard scene is becoming widely popular every single day, with people building their own custom keyboards and going with custom cables as well. But what if you're not planning on building a keyboard, but you still want a cool looking cable to complement your keyboard? Well, that's what these Asceni coiled cables are. They come in 4 different flavors for Type-C mechanical keyboards. This means you have to have a keyboard with a detachable USB-C cable for it to work. The quality on these cables are also really good. They use stiff plastic injected Asceni connectors with PET double sleeving that gives off this cool texture with a tight 6-inch coil in the middle. Custom cables can get really pricey depending on how you customize it, not to mention the wait time if you're buying them through a group buy. The best part about these cables is that they are pre-built and ready to sell on Amazon with 2-day shipping, so you can get them as soon as possible. One thing to keep in mind is that unfortunately the cables won't work on all USB Type-C keyboards. Hence why the reviews on these are really low. I tried them out with my SP84 keyboard back at home and sadly it doesn't recognize the cable. However, it does work with the Ghost K1 keyboards. It's really a hit or miss with these cables, unfortunately, but again, the best part about these cables is that they are on Amazon, and we all know how great their return service is. So if you like these and you pick them up, but they don't work with your keyboard, then you can simply return it for a full refund. Another thing you guys should know about these cables is that they are really short. So if your PC is pretty far from your keyboard, I strongly recommend picking up a USB extension. Next up is a very useful tech to have, and surprisingly, a lot of people don't know this thing exists. This is the TechHole HDMI Switcher. It's such a simple product, but it comes in very handy if you have a bunch of systems but only one display to work with. TechHole. Out of every brand name out there. Really? Hey, I noticed you got an HDMI cable there. You wanna put it in my TechHole? So this allows you to easily switch between 2 of your devices with a click of a button. Here's an example. I have the switcher hooked up to my Vulkit monitor via HDMI. I also have my laptop hooked up to port number 1 and my PS4 Pro on port number 2. Now if I want to switch to the PS4, all I have to do is press the button and the switcher does the rest. This eliminates the need for me to reach behind the monitor and manually change the sources. Also, if I were to plug both the PS4 and the laptop to the back of the monitor, it would take a total of 2 HDMI ports. But since I'm using the switcher, it consolidates everything into 1 HDMI port, freeing up an extra port for me to use. So on the website, it states that it can only support up to 30 Hz across all the resolutions, so 4K, 1440p, and 1080p. But I was able to achieve 240 Hz without a problem on the top LG monitor. So I'm not really sure how accurate the description is, but either way, I would recommend using an HDMI 2.0 cable to ensure that you are getting the maximum refresh rate possible. The most popular use case scenario for these are people that have multiple consoles and only one display. So let's say, for example, they hook up their Xbox on the first port and their PlayStation on the second. They're able to switch between both of the consoles with just a press of a button. But obviously this will work with anything that has an HDMI port. So you can plug in your laptop, you can plug in your PC, any console. This is honestly a very useful thing to have. Up next is the Ice Water, a 3-in-1 smart water bottle. What makes this smart, you might ask? I'm glad you asked. This stainless steel water bottle has a built-in Bluetooth speaker, but more importantly, and my favorite feature, it reminds you to stay hydrated. The bottom of the bottle will glow once an hour, reminding you to drink more water. You know, it's easy to get caught up in our work or even those long gaming sessions, and we sometimes forget the most important necessity, staying hydrated. Did you guys know that there are 6 benefits of staying hydrated? Drinking enough water each day is crucial for many reasons: to regulate body temperature, keep joints lubricated, prevent infections, deliver nutrients to cells, and keep organs functioning properly. Being well hydrated also improves sleep quality, cognition, and mood, so that's why I think this bottle is a cool piece of tech for only 25 bucks. The Bluetooth speaker is also really nice to have. It's great during private workouts, camping, going to the beach is cool, and anything outdoor related. Plus it's water resistant. It features a 360-degree 5-watt speaker built in a 600 mAh battery. The quality isn't audiophile grade by any means, but it does pack some nice bass. If you put it on a flat surface, preferably wood tabletop, it will activate its resonance feature, which will produce a nice deep bass. Near the bottom, you'll find the power button and a flap which covers the micro USB port needed to charge the speaker. The controls are also down here. You can only play, pause, and control the volume. No skipping tracks here, unfortunately, but you do have the option of enabling the dancing light feature, as they call it, by holding down the pause button. Basically, it reacts to the music from the speaker, but honestly, it's just a flashing light feature that occasionally changes colors. Pretty useless if you ask me. If you don't plan on using a Bluetooth speaker, you can simply twist it off and leave it behind, since the bottle is also modular. So on a full charge, the bottle lasted me a full 2 days. I took it to work with me and I used it for about 4 hours a day, so around 8 hours of total use on a full charge. One thing to keep in mind though is that if you want the hourly reminder, you have to keep the bottle on with the Bluetooth feature enabled. Any piece of tech that can be useful while promoting health is a cool tech for me, so that's why I included it in this video. This next item is another useful thing to have around. It's a 2-in-1 cleaner that comes in a super compact travel size. One side has a retractable brush that can be used to sweep away dust and dirt from surfaces or devices. You can use this to clean your laptop, console, parts of your setup that collect a lot of dust, maybe your grandmother's urn, and on the other side is a microfiber pad that can be used to remove fingerprints and smudges from your screens and surfaces. This is really useful on smartphones, laptop screens, tablets, and oddly enough, it works just fine on my computer glasses as well. Such a useful thing to have around, and it doesn't even take up that much space. Next up, I got something pretty cool for my Switch owners out there. Is your Nintendo Switch looking vanilla and boring? Well, now you can impress the girls you bring over to play on your Switch with these dope light-up dock shields. You get an officially licensed Nintendo base stand that your Switch sits on, along with 2 acrylic shields that you can swap between. One is a Mario Odyssey shield, and the other one is a Sheikah ice symbol from Zelda. You also get a USB cable, which is needed to plug into the Switch so that it can provide power to the light-up dock shield, and you can control the lighting from the back by using the 3 buttons on the side. The first button powers the light on or off. The second button switches between 7 static colors, and the third one cycles between 4 effects. The first one is a breathing effect that fades in and out using the color you selected. So if you select green, for example, this option will just fade the same color in and out. The second effect is the same thing, but it cycles through all the colors one by one, so it's basically an RGB breathing effect. The third and fourth effect flashes through all the colors. One is just faster than the other. For around 20 bucks, it's a pretty cool piece of tech to have if you're looking to spice up your Switch. I just wish they had more options to choose from instead of Mario and Zelda. Like Super Smash Bros would have been cool, Pokemon would have been nice, but for $20, I can't really complain. Wrapping up the episode, we have my personal favorite item from the video, the Vulkit card holder. This sleek, minimalistic card holder not only can store up to 5 cards and extra items in the pouch, but it has an RFID and NFC blocking technology built in the aluminum case. This means your cards will be protected from unwanted wireless communication when you are paying for stuff in person. The card holder itself is built really well. You get this really cool, smooth aluminum finish with a velvet pocket on the outside that can be used to hold cash or other necessities. But the cool thing about this card holder is that you can use the slider to pop out all of your cards, and you can do this with just one hand, which makes it super convenient. And that wraps up this month's cool tech. If you guys are enjoying the series, consider dropping a like before you head out, as it does help out the channel a ton. And of course, I'll drop a link to all the cool tech featured in the video down below if you guys want to check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you very soon in the next one.